Listen, I absolutely loved that game last night. That was a slobber knocker, right? Smash my football on both sides of the ball, right? Much love to the Philadelphia Eagles, no doubt about that, man. But big shouts to the Washington Commanders as well. Washington has a very good team, very, very talent-laden, and very physical as well, man, right? They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future, but right now the Philadelphia Eagles are just on another level. You can say that this game was decided in the trenches on both sides of the ball, right? Offensive line and defensive line came to work, did the damn thing. Now, if we see it, we got to point it out right here. This drawing was funny, right? We'll get to the other stuff in a second. But, man, you're working with these zone schemes, and you're getting some of these linemen that are climbing, right? You get my boy Cam Jurgens, right? No Cam Jurgens slander ever on the channel, right? I told y'all what Cam Jurgens was about. He's the absolute truth. Climbing up on your man Percy Butler here, right? This is when the game was starting to be sealed, right? The dam was starting to open up with the run game, and you get this, and bang! Absolutely fertilize that man. You can see right there the fear in his eyes, right? You can see Cam Jurgens over him, his leg is all crooked and shit like that, right? He's trying to get Cam Jurgens' insurance information, right, to call State Farm or Geico, Allstate, whatever he has right there. But listen, right, obviously he was asleep, right? He was in zombie mode, so he gets up to start running, right? And then when they flash the frame again, what happened? Why he go down? You see him? He's running and falls back down again. Right? Listen, he was operating the car, but there was nobody behind the wheel anymore, right? All kinds of protons and neutrons and all that shit was like that was frying in his brain. This shit wasn't getting a signal right there, right? Cam Jurgens, right? That's hard, right? Climbing up to the second, oh my God, that is gruesome. You don't want that as a defensive back, right? As a safety, you having to deal with a center and then bang, fertilize that man, and he got a first down. He got a defensive first down. He went about 10 yards, right? He's all confused. Look at it. He definitely went about 10 yards. Bang. First down, he called, right? Can I get the name of your insurance company information, Cletus? Look out of here, man. Physical football by the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, yo, when you rewind this, bet US behind this. Welcome to the Top Billin Villains post-game review presented by the great folks over at BetUS. Man, I was super excited when I saw this, right? If y'all know my philosophy on the channel, against guys like Jaden Daniels, cats like my boy Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, whomever, I'm always a proponent of rushing 3 and dropping 8 a lot of times. Not every time, right? But a lot of times. And I saw this and how they had the inverted coverage were pretty much man coverage on the outside here. You have Cooper DeJean, he'll work flat duty, and Nicole B. Dean as well. He'll go and work flat, and you pretty much have them with eyes on the prize if J.N. Daniels were to try to dart out there. But then you have working kind of almost like cover 4 depth at safety. You get my boy Reed Blankenship, right? And haters ain't talking about Reed Blankenship like that this year, are they, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. But listen, you got your boy right here. You can see them not getting much depth at all. You'll see Quinyon Mitchell here with the outside technique, right? Letting the receiver get vert up the field, and they'll actually get past Reed Blankenship. So he's meant to stay right here kind of at mid-depth. Stay at mid-depth. Same deal over here with Chauncey. And then you have this, what route your boy Noah Brown was running right here, but it may have been an out route or he was going to run some type of sail route or something like that. But Reed Blankenship able to read it the entire way. And Jakob, look at that. Reed Blankenship is a straight up ball hog. How many interceptions is that for him over the past couple of seasons, right? Or the past 3 seasons. I remember him with the interceptions when he was a rookie as well. So, but look at that. Able to read that. Absolutely perfect call. I got to give it up to Vic Fangio, right? Even in this game, though, right, I had a little bit of beef with him on some of the spacing on third downs, allowing for easy catches to convert. But he's not allowing the explosive play, and the guys are really buying into the scheme, and they have guys who fit the scheme, right? You got to have a mix of guys who can play zone as well as man, right? And we know about that man, Quinyon Mitchell. Now, this is right here, right? We already know nobody can do Reed Blankenship's dance like Reed Blankenship, right? Y'all know the dance, right, when he does it right there. That shit's smooth, right? Slade do it pretty good a little bit. Chauncey right here doing it, you know what I'm saying, a nice little rendition right there. He kind of gets it. A lot of the people in the back were struggling. But what the hell is my boy Quinion Correctional Facility doing right here, right? Quinion Correctional Facility right here, a.k.a. Quinion Corrections. He be locking your ass up. What is he doing right here? What kind of nutmeg and splinter does he have in his tank to be doing this right here? Come on. This dude is he's the baddest dude on the planet, right? Young cornerback, right? You know, everything I said he would do, right? But I didn't say he would be doing stuff like this. I don't know what his hands on the hips and all this shit is doing, right? Come on. I don't know what part of Philly that is, right? We don't get down like that out in North Philly, right? Oh, Strawberry Mansion, we ain't doing that, right? Nice Town, the Temple neighborhood, none of that. What part of Philly are they doing this in, right? I'm going to have to say some part of South Philly, but like I don't want to totally, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Center City, right? We're going to not South Philly. South Philly hard too, but Center City maybe, right? Some of them, right? What is the joint? Old City or something like that? Right? One of them joints right there. My man is hip switching and all kinds of shit right now. Inflate that to black, right? Nutmeg and Splendor all in his tank. Oh, man, it was so good to see Jordan Mailata back, right? Fred Johnson, you know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is on that. But Jordan Mailata, man, watch some of these reps right here. Watch a couple of these going against Cleveland Farrell right here. Watch him sink these mud. Look at him. You see that? He sunk the mud hook on him. Cleveland Farrell wasn't going anywhere. Watch this. Cleveland Farrell trying the long arms of the law, right? So almost like he's running an arc, but combining a power move with a finesse move, gets into his shirt lapel, right? But Jordan Mailata's prepared for that, right? You see him, right? Sink those mud hooks in. Cleveland Farrell's driving and bang. Right there, mud hooks are sunk in, right? He docked the boat, and that was it. And then Cleveland Farrell was struggling, right? He was struggling. And he tried to switch it to like a choke or something like that. And Jordan Mailata was like, I know you ain't. Rah, right there, undertaking his throat right there. His throat, as we say, right? Undertaking him. You can hear the gurgling noises. Cleveland Farrell was done. Absolutely done. And I couldn't wait for this matchup. My man Dante Fowler, I was hoping he would find his way to the Eagles. You know what I mean? No doubt about that, right? But he finds himself on the Commanders, and he's been doing a great job with those guys. But look at the deep set ball. Good Lord. Big man, damn near in exotic dance mode, doing a split. He gets such a deep set right here, and that's going to really retard the progress of Dante Fowler right there, trying to run the arc, what he's really good at right there. But he sends him up, tries to work the power game right there, and that's not going to work. He combats that because he's just a longer player than Dante Fowler right there. And Dante Fowler actually grabs him, tries to pull him through, and then look, then he gets held. He held, and now he's complaining. Come on. That's why refs have a tough time sometimes, right? Look, Dante Fowler's the first one who you can really say probably should have been called for something if it was going to be called. But then he gets slung off, and then he gets held, right? What are we doing right there? He gets held in place, put it that way. So an exchange of techniques there, rep goes to Mailata. Man, did y'all see those back-to-back plays early in the game? That's why I knew it was going to be a long game for the Washington Commanders. First of all, did you see my boy Nakobe Dean, the hall monitor spill? What are we doing right here? Look at him field this right here. Bang! No running. The hall monitor says no running. Look at this right here. Once again, trying some of these pull schemes right there, right? So you're trying to work the eye discipline of linebackers most definitely right there, but they stay home, right? Nolan Smith does this thing right here, right? Keeping contained, funnel it back in, and that's exactly what you need. Nakobe Dean kept clean right here. Codeine, bang, head on the outside right there. Brian Robinson going down easy like a $2 hooker. Listen, Brian Robinson's a hard dude to tackle as well, right? They've had some battles in college between Nakobe Dean and Brian Robinson. That was the best show on earth a few years ago. Continuing that bad boy in the NFL. Brian Robinson will win his share too. Don't get me wrong there, but Nakobe Dean is that dude. Listen, Saquon Barkley is paying dividends. Matching elite personnel with an elite offensive line, right? Within that personnel, with an elite running back, My God, just the threat of the run. Watch this, right? You can do tendency breakers, 22 personnel, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, Thin Diesel in the game, right, as the lone receiver here. And look at this, right? Under center, hard play action. Look how many people up around the line of scrimmage right here. What are we doing? And all you got to do is then sneak your boy Dallas Goedert out the backside, and it's easy peasy, right? We're a play action based team, right? Just a straight drop back game just ain't gonna work for us. But when you're able to do this and you have a threat like Saquon Barkley right there, man, it becomes easy pitch and catch, right? It becomes something just rudimentary. There's a rudimentary application for having play action, getting into a bigger set, right? And then being able to create spacing like that. Like, come on. This is the stuff that dreams are made of, man. The Philadelphia Eagles on your ass, boy. Same deal right here. You can run those pass tags on the back of those run calls when you have a guy like Saquon Barkley. Look at that. Absolutely perfect, right? Put the ball in the belly of the beast here, right? You can see him block and run. Got to be cognizant, though, of that 1 yard rule there, but everybody going laterally, so usually in the NFL, you're going to run these out of some type of zone play. This will be an inside zone, right? If you didn't have your man Bobby Wagner right here, right? He's on the cheese. He actually can see it, but, I mean, you have to respect it, so you have to play the depth game, meaning you're going to get shallow depth because you don't want to have to be at full depth coming downhill trying to tackle Saquon Barkley. So he gets out of that passing lane right there, and then they're able to bang. Look at that right there, hitting the middle of the field, right? You got guys out there be talking about they can't hit the middle of the field. Yeah, shutting them dudes up, right? This joint was funny right here. Washington kept trying to run some of these pin and pull schemes where you would have to cross face with linemen, pin down on them and everything like that. And they couldn't really get there, right? Your man Brandon Graham was playing out of his mind, right? He usually does anyway, right? The great BG, but look at this right here. Can't get to him and bang. Look at that. Cherry, lemons, and bananas all in Jaden Daniels' eyes, right? And it's like a pack of wolves, right? Right up on him, right? You know what that really is, though. Prison loving, right? Prison loving with fresh meat right there. Zach Bond getting in on it and everything. Prison loving right there, right? You can't be a fresh meat and not have no back, right? Nobody backing you up with the protection trying to run this QB counter. It's a great scheme, though. A QB counter pulling the, right? Yeah, pulling the guard. So a QB counter OT, right? Pulling the opposite guard and tackle there. But, man, Brandon Graham shoots vertical upfield, and he's already on it. They're trying to kind of influence him, but it didn't work. He's just too smart right there. Gets horizontal on him, bang. And then it's time, right? It's time for that prison loving. It's like, Bonds, like, me too, right? Come on, that's that old school slobber knocker football the Philadelphia Eagles used to play. Same deal with the Commanders, though, right? This was one of them old school NFC East games where there was some hard ass hitting going on, right? No Diddy, right? Where there was some hard physical play going on, no doubt about that. Longtime fans of the channel know my MO. I don't cry about the refs. It's just not in my DNA as an actual former player, right? A lot of these fanboys cry about the ref and blame the refs all the time, right? It's because they didn't play. I know that the ref make mistakes on both sides, right? And it just is what it is. But this one right here was a incredible mistake, right? Incredulous. Look at this right here, right? Cooper DeJean going against Noah Brown. They called PI on this, right? And ended a drive that was going to be pretty deep into Washington's territory that was going to change the balance of power, really shifted. But check this out right here. Coming on this, look at that great inside technique and look at the transition. Nothing. There was absolutely nothing there, right? If we look at it from this other angle that I'm going to show you right here, he kind of grabs the back of his shirt, whatever like that. Come on now. If it doesn't impede his progress, how could it be a pass interference? This was crazy. Look at this, right? Well, let's go by the technique standpoint of, you know how we do it here, right? Noah Brown here, varying the rhythm, right? Getting himself a vertical release. He immediately takes inside position. He being Cooper DeJean, my man Cooper DeJean right here, taking inside technique right up in his hip pocket, right? letting him get vert, staying in his hip pocket. He understood the transition. Look at that. Right before he even transitioned, he started, look at that. He hadn't transitioned yet. He knew the transition was coming because he understands route concepts and he understands leverage, right? And he understands down and distance. So he knew that this route was probably going to be a mid-range route. But look, out of the transition right here, there's nothing. That's the transition. Anything other than that, what are you talking about? So he already transitioned. And then my man right here is still in his hip pocket. Yeah, he grabs a shirt for a split second, but it didn't do anything, right? He was right up in his hip pocket, man. What are we doing here? Here you go. Here's a better angle right here on the transition. Look at that. Barely grabs his shirt. Can you see it? Yeah, right there. Look. What's that? Come on. What are we doing here, man? Go. You got to have a better judge of a moment than that. Here's another one right here. Dude, if you were to slow that down to the smallest of frame rates or however you would classify that as, yeah, it would look like something. But look, if you take this bad boy and look at that, it's nothing. It did not impede his progress, man. We got to stop taking the game out of the hands of great defenders like Cooper DeJean. All right, y'all know this is just the after game review. I'll come back with the all 22, right? Got a little bit of almost like a mini bye with the Thursday game. So be back with enough time to do some content on the all 22, probably on both sides of the ball now. But, you know what I mean? I got to end right here with my boy, right? Jalen Carter. Everybody loves when I do that bit right there. But, man, you talk about some severe quickness, the ability to get skinny when necessary, and then to have a strong, powerful base. I said it before. That man is a future legend. Look at this. Bang! Burp the baby. And then look, able to tackle a monster like Brian Robinson with one hand, right? One arm, right? One arm loose. That outside, you keep that outside arm free. You can see it right here, right? Bang! Hit him on his back. Burp the baby, right? He's good, right? No more colic or anything of that right there. Arm over, and he only has one arm free. He's actually being held by his jersey, and he gets one arm free, that outside arm, and he's able to corral Brian Robinson with one arm. You know how difficult that is. Remember Brian Robinson running over everybody last year, and in this game too. All right, that man is a monster, but Jalen Carter just more of a monster right there. That was a hell of a play. And then you get Codeine, the hall monitor, once again, no running. He cleans up the play. Bang! Fertilize that man right there. That's hard. Let's see it one more time, full speed. Bang, burp the baby, one arm free, fertilized. Get by with a little help from his boy, Nakobe Dean. So here you go, baby, 8-2. What did I say? Coming up out of the bye week, it was about to be on, right? You could just tell, you could see the swing of momentum. Players understanding their roles. A 111 defense, everybody does their job when they're in the game, right? It looks very cohesive. It looks very in concert, right? On the offensive side of the ball, knowing who you are, right? You're not just a drop back team. You're not going to be able to do that, right? Working play action, running the ball in between the pipes, right? If that's not working, continuing to run the ball between the pipes, but being able to get yards on the edge, right? Even Gainwell, my boy Gainwell contributing in that aspect, right? Varying the rhythm, varying the way you want to attack, whether it be vertical or horizontal, right? And then be doing it in different applications. So we'll have more on that, no doubt about that, man. I'm excited. The team looks as good as it's looked, man, right, in a minute, right? All cylinders fired, all gaps covered. Run game looked nasty on that. The pass defense is nasty, right? Queen Correctional Facility doing his thing. Cooper DeJean doing his thing. Reed Blankenship, Chauncey back there. Darius Slay, right? And that's not even having Isaiah Rodgers in the game. You can make a case that he's the most talented cat out there. Him and Quinion Mitchell, very similar. And, man, they just got him on reserve. So keep that in mind, right? It is a loaded team with young talent, and these guys are all taking shape at the correct time. I can't wait for that Baltimore game, though, right? Y'all know I got mad love for Baltimore, right? That's like my home away from home, right? It was my home at one particular point in time, but I have mad love for Baltimore. I cannot wait till these teams play each other. This was a warm-up. Washington is like mini Baltimore to me. So when that Baltimore game comes around, it's about to be off the chain. So everybody stand up in the building. If you from Philly, Only people from Philly, right? I'm blocking people now, right? People starting to get goofy, right? I only worried about people from Philly and them repping their neighborhoods. If you don't know which neighborhood you live in, I can't help you, buddy. I got to block you too, right? Only the neighborhoods, baby. So everybody stand up in Strawberry Mansion. Everybody stand up in the Temple neighborhood, Brewery Town, right? Love me some Brewery Town. Everybody stand up in North Philly. We're talking about Logan, Ogons, right? Germantown up top, all you guys, right? West Philly, Overbrook, you know what I'm saying? All my guys out there. King Sesson, Southwest Philly, you know what I mean? You know how we get down, right? And of course, South Philly, all you guys doing your damn thing, right? Packer Park, man, straight up. What are we doing here, all right? Much love, y'all. Salute.
Top Billin of Town Murph.
Top Billin Villains.